people who have so frequented the place as to know its values and wonders will be able to speak for the entire ecological community. And just in case you're wondering, this is the golden moment, right? It all comes together right here, you know, and this is like the high point of 20th century North American environmentalism. In a way, right? Because this is the man. This is William, the chief, not the Chief Justice, but a Supreme Court Justice who had already been on the court. I think he was appointed by Roosevelt. He'd been on the court already for 30 or 40 years. This was near the end of his career. Anyway, who does he cite? Of course, he cites our friend, Uncle Aldo. Ecology reflects the land ethic, and Aldo Leopold wrote in a Sand County Almanac, the land ethic simply enlarges the boundaries of the community to include soils, waters, plants, animals, or collectively, the land. And that is it today. And there's a live webcam. You can check it out too if you want, if you're interested. You know, taking a road trip, go see what the weather's like, and go to the webcam. All right, so I said I wanted to compare these two battles, these two famous moral struggles over ecological wholes. Very similar ecological wholes, right? These two beautiful alpine valleys, Hetch Hetchy and Mineral King, both in the Sierra Nevada. And notice that the fight over, and one involved a beautiful alpine valley that was already inside of a national park that got taken out or just destroyed, right? And then the other one involved a beautiful alpine valley that was outside of a national park but then got included. So the reverse, the exact reverse happened. The fight over Hetch Hetchy was won by extractivist, anthropocentric conservationists and utilitarians. Congress implicitly rejected the claim, right, with Hetch Hetchy, that alpine valley had any moral values that outweighed its utilitarian benefits. The GAC, Group A conservation tradition of resource management prevailed. Also Baxter's view prevailed. The proper fate, right, the morally proper fate of Hetch Hetchy was framed by strongly anthropocentric economists. Morally correct was defined as economically most beneficial to most people. Congress concluded that the best use of Hetch Hetchy was the use that provided the most economic benefits to the most people. Now, what is it? That all went down, the Raker Act. Hearings were held in 1912. You know, and that was the year that broke John Muir's heart. And then he died, maybe it was 1913. Anyway, so and then this all was going down to mid 1970s. So whatever, well, from the late 60s all the way to the late 70s. So however many of the years that is, 1913 to 1979, let's say, 60 whatever years later. The exact opposite occurred. The fight over Mineral King was won by ecocentrists and protectionist conservationist utilitarians, right? Protectionist. Congress implicitly, right? So from the Group B's around, right? They were the ones that won the battle over the moral struggle over Mineral King. Congress implicitly accepted the claim that Mineral King has moral values that outweigh its utilitarian benefits. The Group B conservationist tradition of resource management prevailed, and the proper, morally appropriate fate of Mineral King was framed by environmental ethicists instead of economists. We're always at each other's throats, you know. They might seem like they're nice to us, but come on. You know, like Roy hates poodles. Big poodles, he just hates them. Because he's a philosopher and the poodles are economists. Anyway, that's how but we won, right? The philosophers, the environmental ethicists defeated the economists in the moral struggle over Mineral King. Morally correct was defined as aesthetically and ecologically most beneficial to wildlife, wilderness, and most people. Congress concluded that the best use of Mineral King was as a refuge for wildlife and wilderness enthusiasts, right? I found some stuff on the internet. This is rather devastating. That's right, when the water's really low, that's what it looks like. And those are the stumps of 1,000-year-old trees. Or not necessarily those ones, but were 1,000-year-old trees at that. And there it is, rewilded. I like to use that word rewilded sometimes, right? It's a little bit different than restored. But anyway, and there's Hetch Hetchy again, rewilded. And there's Earth from the Moon. But, so yeah. That's it. So we're done. So have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And we're reading. So next week we're doing animal rights on Tuesday. Okay, that'll be a lot of fun. And that's also meant to get us deeper into eontology. So get whatever work you haven't picked up yet here. I'm all caught up on my grading now. So pick up your midterm. And if you want to talk about your midterm, please visit me after class or in my office.
Everything went wrong.
55. 55 hamburgers, yes.
Massive amount of
Look
asphalt
how
that were melting.
There was a mountain, like people were
Wait, wait, have you not done the attendance statement?
I've got to send them around so everyone was here. I'm sorry. I'm just such a... All right, so everyone was here today too.